Am I the jerk for trying to set boundaries with my mother-in-law before she splits up me and my partner? My partner and I have been together for 7 years. My mother-in-law has always had an issue with overstepping boundaries. She was a single mom to my partner who is an only child, and she has never really let go of the fact that her child is now with someone else. Even when he has tried to push back, she just eases off and then creeps back in inch by inch. When we first started seeing each other, I used to think it was odd but sweet that his mom still made his lunches for work and cooked his tea if she was over at his house. She also did his laundry. He said she never taught him how to do his own washing or to use an iron, so I ended up having to teach him instead. His mom still does these things. After I moved in, I realized his mom was over every day. She would come over whether we were home or not, as she had a key. She would tidy around the house and go into every room. She would move my things and take my dirty laundry. I would tell her not to, and she would acknowledge me and then just do it anyways. Over the years, this has escalated. I have told her countless times to stop, but she says she's trying to be helpful and we're so busy. I'm not a confrontational person, so I say I appreciate the sentiment, but I'd rather she just didn't. What I really want to say is that I'm 35 and I don't appreciate anyone interfering with my things in my house that I paid for. The situation isn't helped by the fact that she looks after our toddler here once or twice a week when we are both at work. During those times, she will meddle with laundry, move things around in our bedroom, go into rooms in the house that she has absolutely no need to go into. She will move things around in my wardrobe and drawers, including my underwear. She has even taken items belonging to my child that I have bagged up for charity and hidden them in the attic, and then reassembled them and brought them back into the house. We have security cameras, and I have caught her coming into our house when we're out and staying for hours, meddling with things until somebody comes home. I have had discussions with her about this and everything else, but she just dismisses them and walks away. So I usually end up texting her asking her to stop doing these things, and she will read but never reply. Recently, we found out we were expecting again following 2 miscarriages. It's early days, so we are keeping things very quiet. My family doesn't know about the miscarriages. I've been keeping my prenatal vitamins and a spare pregnancy test in my underwear drawer under some things, so it won't be seen. This morning, I opened my drawer to find she's been rummaging in it yesterday, as the test and vitamins have been disturbed. I want to scream and cry and tell her to never come back. I feel like I have no privacy in my own home. The pressure is making me ill and causing a huge rift between me and my partner. Unfortunately, I can't tell her to get out and never come back, as she has an incredible bond with my daughter, and my partner would never abandon his mom, as she has nobody else. We also cannot afford wraparound childcare outside of nursery hours without her, so she has to have a key. I've decided I'm going to see her face to face today and try and have that discussion about boundaries and overstepping, and I want it to be the last time we need to have that conversation. I'm personally very afraid of confrontation. How do I deliver a statement which is strong but not inflammatory? Honestly, I think maybe if the daughter was put at the grandmother's house, this might solve some problems. Also, it sounds like you need to change some locks. If your husband is legitimately this weird and doesn't want to keep his mother out of his house, then you need to have a serious conversation with him. This is obviously bothering you, and he needs to step up and do what's right. And the right thing to do would be to support you. There's no reason for you to feel like you can't hide anything in your house. So in my opinion, drop your daughter off at her house and change your locks. And the fact that this has been going on for 7 years is about 6 years and 9 months too long for me personally. I think you just got to put your foot down for both your husband as well as your mother-in-law and tell them both that this is how it's going to be.
The full version of this story is on the Am I the Jerk YouTube channel, so check out the link in the description for it, and if there are any updates, that's where they'll be. And if you happen to use TikTok, even if it's only every once in a while, I definitely would recommend checking out the Am I the Jerk TikTok at Am I the Jerk. It's a great way to catch up on some old and new random stories here we have on the channel, but you might not actually ever be able to see them over here on YouTube. So check out the Am I the Jerk TikTok.